Bryce, you had to throw a lot of stressful pitches there early in the game, but it seemed like you really found a rhythm. Just what allowed you to kind of get into a groove there in the middle innings?
Yeah, threw a lot of pitches early. I think trying to do too much, trying to nibble. Kind of came in after the second, just decided I was going to go after him. So after that, I was able to get ahead better, throw more strikes, and get deep into the game.
Bryce, you talked about kind of the redemption against the Rangers and Yankees. Was that part of it? You wanted to go out and beat these guys after what they did to you in Yankees. Is that why you're a little nibbling a little bit early?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I wanted a redemption week. I had Texas and Yankees circled, and main thing for me going into today was not to let Soto or Judge beat us. They beat us yesterday. They beat me last time. So I think I did a good job with that. I think, I was just trying to do too much early, especially, not to them too, to the rest of the lineup. And after that second inning, I think I settled in and started, getting ahead early and attacking better.
You get out of that bases. You have the bases loaded jam. Get the strikeout. I think you retired the next 10 in a row. I mean, and you pushed your pitch count to 106. Last pitch was 95. I mean, how did you feel as you extended out? Did it feel like you got stronger, or what did it feel like?
Yeah, no, I felt as the game went on, I think, just getting back to what I do best, just attacking. And my arm feels really good. Just trying to, keep us in it, give us a chance. As most pitches that I've thrown, so that sixth inning was big for me, just to prove that I can go deep, throw a lot of pitches and still feel good. So I was happy to get through the sixth with a clean sixth.
How much did you appreciate the opportunity to do that too? I mean, especially with Judge leading off, and he easily could have gone to the bullpen in that moment.
Yeah, no, it's I see the trust they have in me, and you got to earn it. So had to go out there and have a clean inning, and that's what I was able to do.
How good of the two-seamer that you froze Soto with, is that as good as you can throw that pitch in that situation?
Yeah, it was a big pitch. He's a fun guy to pitch to. He doesn't swing and miss, doesn't chase. You really got to make your pitches, and I was able to make a pitch there. That was very well executed. If I could do that every time, that'd be great.
The reaction that he had, where he just kind of crouched and you were pacing off the mound, was there any interaction with him as you were walking back to the dugout?
No, he whenever you make good pitches to him, he kind of lets you know, and that's another reason he's fun to pitch to. You make good pitches and he might be on it, but he knows the zone really well. And he, like I said, he doesn't chase, so it's always fun, getting to compete, especially against the best hitters in the league. I was glad I was able to get him there. He had my number last time in New York, so I was glad I was able to get him.
This is the first time we've seen you make an adjustment after kind of having a tough start to a game, thinking specifically of the Baltimore game. What do you tell yourself? Is that more of a mental thing, or are you by yourself? Are you talking to people? What do you do to trigger that?
I try to look at every at bat as its own at bat. Every inning is its own inning. The first two innings I was, like I said, doing too much. But I got through the two innings, and it's I come in, get a reset, and it's time to go. Go back out, and I got a clean inning. Nobody on. Just whenever I go out and I do what I'm supposed to do, things go well. And the Baltimore, that first inning, there's no point in sitting and you can be pissed off, but sitting and thinking about how oh, sorry me, I gave up 5 in the first. It's my job to get deep. Starting pitcher, if I come out early, putting the rest on the bullpen, and then the bullpen, they got to pitch every day. So it's I don't know. Just I try to reset after every batter, every inning, and just go out and get ahead and attack. And no matter what happened in the last inning, just try to get a clean inning and get us back on offense.
All right. Thanks, Bryce.
Really good ball game tonight. Back and forth. Both sides pitched very, very well tonight. Bryce Miller gave us, an outstanding ball game, and then the bullpen did outstanding work as well. Offensively, JT with a big lift there to get that home run to tie it, and just kind of a back and forth game. Continued to battle right till the very end, and kind of a freak scenario there at the end with the bat coming down there, and just kind of a reactionary thing, and this is a tougher one to lose. This is it was a great ball game on all fronts, and a tough one to lose.
And did Julio just assume that it was a dead ball situation?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it, but it looked like just kind of a reaction, and kind of get out of the way, and yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen that before in a game. Just a strange situation.
Just how quickly did that all play out, too? I mean, Randy's back was sailing at him. He's leading off trying to score the go-ahead run or the time.
Yeah, I mean, it did. It all happened fast, and again, just very reactionary. I think we'd all jump out of the way, but just unfortunate that it ended up that way.
What do you think you'll say to him when you do get a chance to talk to him?
Well, I mean, just kind of see how it all goes. I mean, there's a lot of positives to take from today's game, no doubt about it. And it was kind of a freak thing, and we'll just see what happens.
Do you like your chances though going into that moment? You got first and third, nobody out. Randy's coming to the plate. Just what's the vibe of the dugout from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, obviously getting the runner to third there with nobody out is big, and you're thinking of getting that run in, at least tying the game at that point. Still had another chance if after the strikeout, but I think that obviously the mood in the dugout was great. We were excited about that, and getting a chance to get that run in and at least tie the game at that point.
And what did you see from Bryce tonight? He went through a lot of pitches in the first two innings, wasn't throwing a lot of strikes. Was that him being careful and then being able to storm back and give you six, or was he? What did you see there?
Yeah, I mean, I think he really stuck it out for us tonight, no doubt. I think we got to that sixth inning. There was a little bit of indecision there, but he was throwing the ball so well at that point in the game. We wanted to send him back out there, and he handled the rest. He did have a fair number of pitches early. I think Judge put a really good at bat on him the first time out and cost him several pitches at that point. But a lot of credit to Bryce to grind out those innings tonight.
How impressive is his ability to make adjustments on the fly? He's working, really grinding through those first three innings, not throwing a ton of strikes, falling behind in counts, a lot of 2-0s. And then in 4 through 6, I think he only used 43 pitches to get through those last three.
Yeah, I mean, he continues to get better as he goes along this year. I think he's learned a lot, and he really found himself into a pretty good rhythm there in that middle part of the game, and it kind of really just catapulted him through that sixth inning, and he was on a roll, no doubt. And it seems like he had the secondary stuff working and the fastball, and really was able to hold that lineup in check.
Dan, based on your experience and given how this one was tough, you said, what kind of response tomorrow really makes you feel good about how they're going to approach a tight race like this down the stretch?
Well, I mean, this again, we talked a lot about in the last couple of weeks how resilient this team is, and we've come back for some tough losses, and we're gonna have to do it again. Tomorrow, we come back here, day game tomorrow, and we're gonna have to get after it again. And I know these guys will. They've got a lot of fight in them. They showed it again tonight, and we'll get after it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.